The thing of it is when you're doing a public project like that, you've got to be thick-skinned. You can't care what people, even if they're very known in the art world as having great taste, if they don't like your stuff, that doesn't matter. You have to keep moving because that's what the art that's in me. These TVs has come with certain challenges, one of them being this note. Jack Parker, what are you going to be doing with all your TV sets? Hey, Jack Parker, Bombay Beach, California. These are TVs that we're gonna get just put out to the corner somewhere because at the dump they don't take TVs. So we're recycling them, taking them from ugly gray and black things sitting over there on 3rd and E. And boom, all of a sudden, you know, it looks like this green and gold ugly thing, but at least it's here and it's with its friends. I'm out at the Bombay Salton Sea and it's drying up. And the reason they don't want it to dry up is because all these birds from all different lands are here. And this bird here is quite, she's nesting. She's nesting. Let's sneak up on her. Ah! Jacked up, man. And, you know, a lot of people go, well, what influences you, Jack, to do this? Well, Bombay influences me to do this because you can't do this in any other city in America unless you're in Mumbai, India, or Bombay, India, but Bombay, California, you can't do this anywhere where there's comma CA after it except in Bombay. And this was, like I said, a program of necessity because these TVs all came from Bombay Beach. They were sitting in people's houses, taking up space. No one knew what to do with them. They were sitting in the yard. There was a couple down on 3rd and H, over there on 4th and B. And so they all started bringing them here, you know. And so what influenced me? Well, they were TVs. First there was mine because I took it to the dump. And they wouldn't take it. They said, no, man, you got to go recycle down at the El Centro. I go, what? Down to the border? People in Bombay aren't going to drive their TV down to the border to drop it off. They won't even drive their friend down to the border, let alone a TV, so get real. Hey, I'm at the dump, man. It's a humbling experience, but out here in the desert, you don't really have a place to put anything. You have to put it, they put it in this big dirt pile thing, and you hire young kids to unload your trailer for you. But we have these TVs right here, and this man right here, ladies and gentlemen, says he has no idea what I'm supposed to do with the TVs. Is that true? Whoa! What was that? Anyways, that's jacked up. Now, what am I supposed to do with the TVs? Shove them where? Shove them where? What did you say? Anyways, there's no place in America where you can take TVs. You got to send them in a space capsule up to planets. TV, dysfunctional, old equated checked up. So I came home, I dropped it across from my house, and then I painted a couple of them and just set them there. I woke up the next morning, there was 4, 6, 8, it was Amway. It was all over the place. It just spread. It was, you know, discipleship, and they all came. And they came from everywhere in Bombay, and here they are now. What happened was, first I decided, well, I'm going to take black and white TVs and I'm going to make them colored TVs. Because in my life, if someone had a colored TV, I lived through the transition of being like 8 or 9 years old, stoked about TV, and then to find out it came in color. And if Bobby had a colored TV, man, everybody was at Bobby's house. Some of these characters on these TVs, Soul Train, Wild West, you know, these all came from me from years of watching TV. You know, I understood the West through TV, so I thought I did. Cowboys, Indians, I mean, I got an idea of it. So I'm taking the black and white TVs and I'm turning them into color TVs. That was the original concept. You know, taking an ugly, boring black and white thing and making it beautiful blue. We used to watch TVs, you know, with your sister, your brother, we watched the TV. Now these TVs that we have are watching us through an internet hookup program that they can intercept and figure out what you're watching and everything. It's changed quite a bit. These are like useless bombs, you know, I mean, they were just like projecting whatever image came flowing into them. Now the TVs are both ways. They're taking the information back. I live right there, right? So I see people out here all the time taking TikTok pictures and stuff like that, you know, and I saw these old rocker dudes, and I'm a rocker, bro. And these rocker guys were in this, you know, they dye their beard. You can always tell when old dudes dye their beard. Can you tell? And they were walking, 4 of them. And I come up to the people and I go, who are these cats? And they go, these are the Night Rangers. I go, who's the Night Rangers? You know, they're rockers, dude, and they were rocking in the 80s, man. So I go up to the guy, I go, dude, you were rocking in the 80s? You go, 80s? 90s, 2010s, 20s, we're rocking now, dude. That's why we're doing a video. We're doing a music video. And they grab my pens from me, man, and they come over to this TV, and I just had it all pinked out. I had big plans for it. And they go, you want me to sign your TVs? I'll sign your TVs. He grabs my pens from me. Night Rangers. Night Rangers were rockers back in the 80s.
Live on Facebook.
When did you rock?
When did we rock? We rock in America.
What year?
Right here. He's got one right here. Every year. We're still rocking right now. That's why we're here, baby.
Give me a black.
We're still rocking America.
Hold on, give me the
Autograph this motherfucker.
Night Rangers, rock lady!
Yeah.
What do you do, the lead singer?
One of them. These guys are dual lead fucking singers.
I want to audition, man. Yeah, sign it, do it. You gotta shake them up.
Wake them up. Where's your demo tape? We want to hear it.
All right, good. You'll get it. Shake up!
Anyway, so that's the Night Rangers. And I met them all, gave them high five, and posted it on their gig, but I don't think they saw it. Anyways, they did a video in this town. Good morning, jacked up minute. Bombay Beach TV recycle area. I've had 3 stolen. They're going back into the community. Normally these TVs are on the corners and alongside the road of Bombay, but because you got to drive down to El Centro, almost to Mexico, to recycle them because they got radon in them. So we put them here, we put some paint on them, and people are ripping them off, taking them back home. So we're excited about that, but some people aren't. You saw this dirty little note. Jack, get rid of this crap.
Put it in your own yard. It's ugly, you're a loser. I got this one today. Final notice. Remove ugly art. 3 boring holes. Those gonna be on my face? I'm not sure what's gonna happen. They're gonna light them on fire, but stay tuned.
And I haven't gotten much flack. There was a couple threats, you know, Jack, why don't you put them in your own yard? And it came from a note, and I figured out who wrote the note. And it happened to be just one of my crazy friends that likes to twist my brain and make me feel uncomfortable. Because it didn't have the feel of anybody here, but it did have the feel of the lunatic over on 1st Street. That's my friend, Sonny Viola. Yeah.
Sir, your blood pressure is 219/106. Wait a minute. I think your blood pressure is 150/37, or 33, or 41. I'm not sure, but it is beating. We're having a pulse here, and I think it's fine.
Hi, this is Dr. Parker at Jacked Up Minute. I wanted to share with you some of the medical procedures that I have to go through as a pediatrician and a doctor, what I have to go through. This is my #1 patient here. This is called Sonny Magoo. Now, what I like to do, first of all, Sonny, is check your ears. Oh, good. Okay. Let me see this one over here. Okay, open your mouth. Good. Okay. Your nose. Say ah.
Don't pinch my nose.
Okay.
Can't breathe.
And you got your drink. Good. Okay. Everything looks hunky-dory. And checked up.
One of the artists in town, Tao. Cool dude. He's really part of the core group that started the art movement in Bombay. And he didn't like the colors that I'm painting him. And normally, most people would probably go, well, gee, do you have any ideas of what colors you would like? But I just said, thankfully, I don't give a shit what you think, Tao. Boom! Sorry. Actually, I didn't say the word S. I said the word F. Because as an artist, you can't care at all about what anybody thinks. And remember, don't ever care about what anybody thinks, even about art or about anything. Why? Because they don't do it very often. They don't care about you, dude. They might bitch about you, they might talk smack about you, but they don't really care. It's just their turn to talk smack. And you just happen to be in line. So it doesn't freaking matter.
Shaking my world.
You know, Jack, you know, how long have you been an artist? How long have you been, you know, or are you consider yourself? No, you know, first of all, I hate labels. You know, when people introduce me, this is my plumber friend, Jack. You know, this is my doctor friend, Jack. You know, this is my pastor friend, Jack. You know, this is my artist friend, Jack. I don't even want to be considered classified an artist because I respect that trade way too much. People that live by their art, they don't eat if they don't make art and sell art. I'm not one of those people. I just am who I am. I'm doing what I'm doing. You do what you want, you say what you want, but I respect that word. I know some artists, friends of mine, and dude, they got balls to the walls because they live it.
Some of my artist friends, when I'm around them, their energy, I feed off of that. Because, and there's many different people here in Bombay, and I get different energy from different people, and there's a lot of people that take energy from you. But it's a blessing when these brothers come in, when the cooler months arrive, and these artist friends of mine, I hang around them and I can feel, you know, they're not takers, they're givers. And they give off energy, and they give off ideas, and they give off encouragement. And so it fuels us to move together and to see what each other is doing, and it motivates me in my own way of whatever I'm doing. And for me, I believe like Oswald Chambers said that, God gave man art to make life less boring. That God made a lot of different people for a lot of different reasons, but the way he wired me was emphasis on color and painting and art and sketching and just the transformation of reality into my own reality, which when you paint or when you do artwork, you're able to take a reality a lot of times and make it your own reality, which makes it an unreality to most other people. I'm in my 60s now. I call them my 60s, they're my 60s. But, man, when he gets to be 60, takes on a whole different dimension. Because I'm this age, I really could care less what people think about whatever I do. Because I serve one audience, and we know what that one audience is. God Almighty. And then we have family, and, there's responsibility. Hey, Jack Parker, Bombay Beach, California, Color TV Recyclable Program. Come on out. Enjoy the love out here in the desert.